Hello and welcome to today's exciting video where we dive into the fascinating world of rare coins. If you've ever wondered whether an ordinary-looking penny could hold extraordinary value, this is the video for you. Today, we're going to talk about the 1963 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, a coin that could be sitting in your pocket right now and might just be worth a fortune. Let's begin by understanding what makes the 1963 Lincoln penny so special. The no mint mark means this coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. During this year, over 754 million pennies were struck at Philadelphia, making it one of the most common coins of its time. However, even among such a high number of coins, there are hidden gems that collectors eagerly seek out. These are the coins in near-perfect condition or those with unique errors that make them stand out. Now, let's talk about the design. The 1963 penny features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or front, side. This design has been in use since 1909 to celebrate the centennial of Lincoln's birth. On the reverse side, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, a tribute to the legacy of one of America's most beloved presidents. This combination of design elements makes the coin instantly recognizable and timeless. So, how does a 1963 penny with no mint mark become worth millions of dollars? The answer lies in its condition and rarity. Coins are graded on a scale of 1 to 70 by professional grading services. A grade of 70 represents a perfect coin with no visible flaws even under magnification. If a 1963 penny is graded in the upper range, especially in mint state 67 or higher, it can fetch thousands to millions of dollars at auctions. The value skyrockets because coins in such pristine condition are incredibly rare. Another factor that adds to the value of this penny is the presence of errors. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, resulting in coins with unique features. These errors could include double die strikes, off-center strikes, or die cracks. Collectors love these imperfections because they make the coin one of a kind. For example, a 1963 penny with a double die error on the obverse can command a significant premium in the market. Now, let's discuss current market values. In average circulated condition, a 1963 Lincoln penny with no mint mark might only be worth its face value of 1 cent. However, if you find one in excellent condition, especially with a certified high grade, its value can soar. Recent auctions have seen some examples sell for tens of thousands of dollars. Rare era coins from this year have gone for even more, with some sales reaching over $1 million for the most exceptional specimens. The key to determining whether your 1963 penny is valuable is to have it professionally graded. A certified coin grading service can evaluate its condition, authenticity, and any unique features. Once graded, you'll have a clear idea of its market value. Even if you don't have $1 million coin, a high-quality 1963 penny could still fetch a handsome price from collectors. So, where should you look for a 1963 penny that might be worth a fortune? Start by checking your old coin collections, piggy banks, or even the change you get from everyday transactions. You never know what hidden treasures might be waiting to be discovered. Remember to handle your coins carefully to avoid damaging them. Store them in a safe, dry place and avoid cleaning them, as this can reduce their value. As we wrap up, the 1963 Lincoln penny with no mint mark is a fascinating example of how ordinary coins can hold extraordinary value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your coin journey, this is one coin worth keeping an eye out for. Who knows, you might be holding a piece of history that's worth millions of dollars. We're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1964 Lincoln penny, a coin that has caught the attention of collectors worldwide. We'll explore its history, key features, and why some of these pennies have fetched incredible amounts in the market. By the end of this video, you might be rushing to check your pocket change or coin jar for this extraordinary piece. First, let's talk about the 1964 Lincoln penny. This penny was struck at the Denver Mint, indicated by the small D mint mark located just below the date on the coin's obverse side. Over 3.8 billion pennies were minted in Denver that year, making it one of the more common coins of its time. However, certain unique features and errors have made specific examples of this coin incredibly valuable. So, What makes the 1964 Lincoln penny special? Like many coins, its worth goes beyond just being a medium of exchange. Collectors are often drawn to coins with historical significance, rarity, or unique minting errors. The 1964 penny is no exception. This coin marked a transitional period in the U.S. mint's history, as it came just before significant changes in the design and production of U.S. coins in the mid-1960s. Now, let's get to the exciting part. Why is this coin worth millions? In rare cases, some 1964 pennies have been found with extraordinary features that set them apart from the billions of others minted that year. These features include minting errors like doubled dies, repunched mint marks, or off-center strikes. Additionally, coins in exceptional condition, graded as MS67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, are highly sought after by collectors. For example, a 1964 penny with a double die obverse can fetch tens of thousands of dollars. If the coin also boasts a pristine mint state grade, its value can skyrocket even higher. Some reports suggest that the finest known examples of this coin have sold for over $1 million at auction. These high values are due to their rarity, demand among collectors, and the fact that finding a 1964 penny in such perfect condition is incredibly difficult. If you're wondering whether your 1964 penny is valuable, here's what to look for. First, check for minting errors. Use a magnifying glass or a microscope to examine the coin's date, mint mark, and lettering for signs of doubling or unusual features. Next, consider the coin's condition. Coins with minimal wear and sharp details are worth more than those that show signs of heavy circulation. If you believe you have a rare or high-grade penny, consider sending it to a professional grading service for authentication and certification. But wait, there's more to this story. Even if your 1964 penny doesn't have any errors or isn't in mint state condition, it can still be worth more than its face value. Pennies from this era made of 95% copper have intrinsic value due to their metal content. Copper prices fluctuate, but they often make older pennies more valuable than modern zinc-based ones. So, why do collectors pay such high prices for rare coins? It's all about the thrill of owning a piece of history. Coins like the 1964 Lincoln penny are tiny time capsules that tell a story about the past. For collectors, adding a rare or exceptional coin to their collection is like uncovering a hidden treasure, and they're willing to pay top dollar to make it theirs. Now, you might be asking, where can I sell a valuable 1964 penny if I find one? The best places to sell rare coins are auction houses, coin dealers, or online marketplaces like eBay. However, it's crucial to have your coin authenticated and graded to maximize its value. Buyers are more likely to trust a coin with a professional certification, and this can make a significant difference in how much you earn. In conclusion, the 1964 Lincoln penny is more than just a 1-cent coin. It represents history, rarity, and the potential for great value. While most of these pennies may not be worth more than their face value, the rare and exceptional examples are true treasures. So, take a closer look at your coin collection, check your pocket change, and who knows? You might be holding $1 million penny in your hands. 1968 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. This coin has been gaining a lot of attention in the numismatic world, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for specific versions of it. Could you have one of these valuable pennies in your collection? Let's find out. The 1968 Lincoln penny is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series that began in 1909. The design was created to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and it features his portrait on the obverse, or front side, of the coin. The reverse features the iconic Lincoln Memorial, which was added to the design in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Now, you might wonder why the absence of a mint mark is significant. Coins minted without a mint mark were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. While most of these coins were produced in large quantities and hold little extra value, there are specific conditions, errors, and rare qualities that can make some 1968 no mint mark pennies worth thousands or even millions of dollars. Let's start with the basics of value. Most 1968 Lincoln pennies found in circulation are worth their face value of 1 cent, or a little more if they're in slightly better condition. However, uncirculated coins or those with high grades certified by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC can be worth significantly more. Coins graded at MS65 or higher are particularly desirable because of their pristine condition and sharp details. One key factor that can make a 1968 penny exceptionally valuable is the presence of errors. Minting errors are anomalies that occur during the production process, and they are highly sought after by collectors. Some examples include doubled dies, where parts of the design appear doubled, and off-center strikes, where the image is not aligned properly. A 1968 Lincoln penny with a dramatic error can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. Another important factor is the composition of the coin. The 1968 penny is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, which means it contains a significant amount of copper. With the rising price of copper over the years, the intrinsic metal value of older pennies can sometimes exceed their face value. However, for coins from 1968, the real value lies in rarity and condition rather than metal content. What's fascinating is that some 1968 Lincoln pennies with no mint mark have sold for staggering amounts in the market. For example, a flawless, high-grade specimen with exceptional luster and no visible wear can command prices in the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Rare examples with unique errors or provenance can sometimes reach the $1 million mark. If you're lucky enough to own a 1968 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, how can you determine its value? Start by examining the coin closely. Look for any unusual features like doubling, cracks, or misalignments. Check the overall condition. Coins with minimal wear and strong details are worth more. If you suspect your coin might be valuable, consider having it professionally graded. A third-party grading service can provide an official certification of your coin's grade and authenticity, which can greatly increase its marketability. Finally, let's talk about where to sell these coins if you think you have a valuable one. Online marketplaces like eBay, heritage auctions, or Great Collections are popular platforms for rare coins. You can also approach local coin dealers or attend coin shows to get your penny appraised and possibly sell it. In conclusion, while most 1968 Lincoln pennies with no mint mark are only worth their face value, certain factors like errors, high grades, and exceptional rarity can make some examples worth thousands or even millions of dollars. If you think you might have one of these gems hiding in your collection, take a closer look. You could be sitting on a small fortune. We're diving deep into the story of the 1968 mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This coin has been making waves in the collector's market, with some fetching extraordinary prices worth millions of dollars. So, if you have a 1968 penny lying around, this video might just be what you need. Let's begin with a bit of history. The 1968 Lincoln penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The mint mark signifies that it was produced at the San Francisco Mint. In 1968, over 258 million of these coins were struck with the mint mark. While this may seem like a large number, what sets some of these coins apart is their rarity, condition, and unique errors that make them highly sought after by collectors. Now, let's talk about what makes the 1968 penny so valuable. First, condition plays a critical role in determining a coin's value. Coins that are in pristine condition, often referred to as mid-state coins, are worth significantly more than those that have been circulated. Grading services like PCGS or NGC rate coins on a scale from 1 to 70. A 1968 penny graded at MS67 or higher can command a hefty price, often exceeding several $1,000s. The reason for this is the rarity of finding a coin from 1968 in such excellent condition. Next, let's discuss error coins. Errors occur during the minting process, and they make coins unique, which significantly increases their value. Some of the most notable errors seen in the 1968 penny include doubled dies, off-center strikes, and repunched mint marks. A doubled die, for example, occurs when the die used to strike the coin is improperly manufactured, causing the design to appear doubled. If you have a 1968 penny with such an error, you could be looking at a coin worth tens of thousands, or even millions of dollars, depending on its condition and the era's prominence. Another factor that adds to the coin's value is its historical significance. The Lincoln penny, introduced in 1909, is one of the longest-running coin designs in United States history. Collectors often value coins with the S mint mark from the 1960s and 70s because they were produced in lower quantities compared to other mint locations. The 1968 S penny, therefore, holds a special place in the hearts of numismatists. Let's move on to the current market trends. As of today, a standard 1968 S penny in circulated condition might only fetch a few cents to a couple of dollars. However, uncirculated examples or coins with errors can sell for much more. Auction records reveal that some 1968 S pennies in top-grade condition or with unique errors have sold for amounts ranging from a few $1,000s to over $50,000. Rare examples with exceptional errors or grading have even reached the $1 million mark. These coins are typically sold at high-profile auctions, attracting serious collectors and investors willing to pay a premium. So, how can you determine if your 1968 S penny is valuable? Start by inspecting the coin closely. Look for the S mint mark beneath the date, and check for any visible errors or doubling in the design. If the coin appears to be in excellent condition, it's worth having it professionally graded. A small investment in grading can unlock the true potential of your coin's value. In conclusion, the 1968 S Abraham Lincoln penny is more than just a 1-cent coin. It's a piece of history and, for some, a treasure worth millions. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who loves the idea of finding a hidden gem in your pocket change, this coin proves that every penny truly does count. We're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1970 Lincoln penny. This humble 1-cent coin has taken the coin collecting world by storm, with some of its rare variations selling for millions of dollars. If you've ever wondered how a simple penny can be worth a fortune, stick around as we explore its history, unique characteristics, and what to look for in your own collection. Let's start with the basics. The 1970 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, as indicated by the small D mint mark under the date on the obverse side of the coin. Over 2 billion of these pennies were produced, making them a common coin at first glance. However, what sets this coin apart is a combination of rarity, errors, and unique features that have captured the attention of collectors worldwide. One of the key factors driving the value of certain 1970 pennies is the presence of minting errors. Coin errors occur during the production process and can include issues like double die strikes, off-center strikes, and clipped planchets. Among these, the double die obverse variety is the most sought after. If you examine a 1970 penny and notice doubling on the inscriptions or the image of Abraham Lincoln, you could be holding a coin worth thousands, or even millions of dollars. Doubling is most commonly seen in the words, "In God We Trust, Liberty," or the date itself. It's always a good idea to use a magnifying glass or coin loupe to inspect your coins closely. Another reason for the 1970 penny's skyrocketing value is its condition. Collectors prize coins that are in mint state or uncirculated condition. Coins graded by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC with a high grade, such as MS65 or above, can command extraordinary prices. Even coins with slight imperfections can be valuable if they exhibit rare features or errors. Beyond errors and condition, there's another factor that makes the 1970 penny stand out. Some pennies from this year were struck on the wrong planchet. For example, there are reports of 1970 pennies mistakenly struck on dime planchets. These unique coins are extremely rare and can fetch astronomical prices at auction. Now, you might be wondering just how much a 1970 Lincoln penny is worth. In general, a regular 1970 penny in circulated condition is worth face value or slightly more, depending on its wear. However, coins with errors, rare features, or exceptional grades can sell for incredible amounts. In recent years, some 1970 pennies with dramatic errors or high grades have sold for hundreds of thousands, and in exceptional cases, over $1 million. For example, a 1970 penny with a significant error or in pristine condition could sell at a major coin auction for 6 or even 7 figures. These jaw-dropping prices are a testament to the power of rarity, quality, and demand in the coin collecting world. If you're curious about whether your 1970 penny might be a hidden treasure, here's what you can do. First, carefully examine the coin for any errors or doubling. Use a magnifier to check the details. Next, consider having your coin professionally graded. Grading services provide an official assessment of your coin's condition and authenticity, which can significantly increase its value. Finally, stay informed by researching recent auction results and market trends for the 1970 Lincoln penny. The 1970 Lincoln penny is a reminder that even the smallest and seemingly insignificant items can hold incredible value. Whether it's the thrill of discovering a rare error coin or the joy of adding a high-grade specimen to your collection, this coin has something for everyone. So, the next time you come across a 1970 penny, take a closer look. You never know, you might be holding a coin worth millions. That's all for today's video. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories about coins and collectibles. Let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a valuable coin or if you're inspired to start checking your change. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1978 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Yes, you've heard that right. This ordinary-looking penny could be worth millions of dollars. Stick around as we explore its history, unique features, and why collectors are willing to pay top dollar for this coin. The 1978 Lincoln penny is a member of the Lincoln Cent series, which has been in circulation since 1909. This particular penny doesn't have a mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. While billions of pennies were produced in 1978, certain rare characteristics can set some coins apart and make them incredibly valuable. So, what makes the 1978 no-mint mark penny so special? It's all about rarity, condition, and errors. Let's start with rarity. While most 1978 pennies are worth just a cent, a few have unique features that make them stand out. These could include double die errors, off-center strikes, or other minting mistakes. Error coins are a collector's dream, as their imperfections make them rare and highly desirable. Next, we have the condition of the coin. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, uncirculated condition. A 1978 penny in pristine condition can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. But if you're lucky enough to have a coin with a rare error in perfect condition, you could be sitting on a fortune. In recent years, collectors and auction houses have seen 1978 no-mint mark pennies selling for astonishing prices. Some of these coins, especially those with unique errors or near-perfect grading, have reached values in the millions of dollars. These sales highlight the demand for rare coins among serious collectors. Now, you might be wondering how to identify if your 1978 penny is valuable. Start by examining your coin under good lighting or using a magnifying glass. Look for any unusual features, such as doubling on the text or images, die cracks, or off-center strikes. If you find something interesting, consider having your coin graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Grading adds credibility to your coin and helps determine its value in the market. Another factor that influences the value of the 1978 penny is its historical significance. The Lincoln Cent is one of the most iconic coins in American history, and collectors value its connection to President Abraham Lincoln, who remains a symbol of leadership and equality. So, how can you find a 1978 no-mint mark penny worth millions? The good news is that these coins are still out there. Check your piggy banks, old coin jars, or even loose change from everyday transactions. Many valuable coins have been discovered in the most unexpected places. If you're lucky enough to own a rare 1978 penny, you have a few options. You could sell it to a collector or at an auction, where competitive bidding might drive up the price. Alternatively, you could hold onto it as an investment, as rare coins often increase in value over time. To wrap things up, the 1978 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny is a true gem in the world of coin collecting. Its potential value, combined with its historical importance, makes it a must-have for collectors and a thrilling discovery for anyone who finds one. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on hidden treasures in your pocket change. Who knows? Your next big find could be worth millions. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins to uncover the story behind the 1984 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. This small but extraordinary coin has captured the attention of collectors and enthusiasts, with some examples fetching incredible amounts, yes, even in the millions of dollars. Stay tuned as we break down its current market value, the factors that make it so valuable, and what to look for if you think you might have one of these rare treasures. First, let's start with the basics. The 1984 D penny was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small D mint mark below the date on the coin. Millions of these pennies were produced, so at first glance, it might not seem like anything special. However, the key to its value lies in specific errors and unique characteristics that set it apart from the rest. One of the main reasons this coin is so valuable is because of its errors. Coins with significant minting errors are highly sought after in the numismatic world. For the 1984 D penny, a major factor is the doubling effect on the obverse side of the coin, particularly in the areas of Abraham Lincoln's ear and other details. This error is known as a doubled die variety. If you have a penny from this year and mid, closely examine Lincoln's ear. If it appears to have a doubled or extra image, you may have stumbled upon a valuable piece of history. Another factor that adds to the value of the 1984 D penny is its condition. Coins are graded on a scale of 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, uncirculated coin. The better the condition of your coin, the higher its market value. Coins in mint state condition, especially those with a grade of MS65 or higher, can command thousands or even millions of dollars in auctions. Additionally, having your coin professionally graded and authenticated by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC can significantly boost its value. Now, let's talk about the current market value. In recent years, the 1984 D penny has gained considerable attention among collectors. Coins with the doubling error in pristine condition have sold for astonishing amounts at auctions. For example, a coin with a high grade and the doubling feature can fetch anywhere from tens of thousands to over $1 million. Even coins in lower grades with noticeable errors can still be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars, depending on demand and rarity. If you're wondering how to determine the worth of your coin, there are a few steps to take. First, carefully inspect your penny for any visible errors, such as doubling or other irregularities. Next, check the overall condition of the coin. Look for any scratches, wear, or discoloration that could affect its grade. If you believe your coin might be valuable, consider having it examined by an expert. Coin shows, local dealers, and online forums can also be great resources for more information. The 1984 D penny is a reminder that even the smallest and most ordinary objects can hold extraordinary value. It's always worth checking your pocket change or coin collection for hidden gems. Who knows, you might be holding on to a piece of history worth millions of dollars. 1985 D Lincoln penny. This coin has been making waves in the collector's market, and you won't believe its potential value. Stick around as we uncover what makes this coin so special and why some versions of it could be worth an incredible amount of money. The 1985 D penny was minted in Denver and features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. Like other pennies of this era, it was struck in a composition of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. Over 5 billion of these coins were produced, so at first glance, it might seem like a very common coin. But don't let the high mintage fool you. There are some key factors that can skyrocket the value of this penny into the thousands or even millions of dollars. What makes the 1985 D Lincoln penny so valuable lies in its errors, varieties, and condition. Let's start with errors. Minting errors can transform an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. Some 1985 D pennies have been found with dramatic errors like doubled die obverse, off-center strikes, or even coins missing parts of their designs due to planchet flaws. For example, a double die error on the date, or the Liberty inscription can add thousands of dollars to the coin's value. If you have one of these coins, it's worth inspecting carefully or having it checked by a professional grader. Next, let's talk about condition. The condition of a coin is everything in the collector's world. Coins graded in high mint state conditions, such as MS65 or higher, are significantly more valuable. For a 1985 D penny, an uncirculated example with flawless details, strong luster, and no visible wear could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. Coins graded as MS67 or MS68, which are extremely rare, have been known to fetch astounding prices. Another factor to consider is rarity. While billions of these coins were minted, only a tiny fraction has been preserved in pristine condition. The passage of time, circulation, and wear make high-grade examples increasingly rare. And when you combine rarity with demand from collectors, the price can go through the roof. But what about the stories of 1985 D pennies selling for millions of dollars? Are they true? The answer is yes, but with a catch. The pennies that fetch such astronomical prices are usually those with a perfect storm of features, including unique mint errors, impeccable grades, and a strong provenance. These coins are typically sold at high-profile auctions, where wealthy collectors are willing to pay top dollar for one-of-a-kind pieces. So, how can you tell if your 1985 D Lincoln penny is worth a fortune? Start by examining your coin under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. Look for any signs of minting errors, unusual features, or doubling. Next, assess its condition. If your coin appears uncirculated or nearly flawless, it's worth considering a professional appraisal. You can send your coin to a grading service like PCGS or NGC to receive an official grade and certification. Even if your coin doesn't have major errors or isn't in perfect condition, it can still hold value. Collectors are always on the lookout for interesting varieties, and some minor errors or near-perfect grades can still command impressive prices. Before we wrap up, here are a few tips for anyone hoping to strike it rich with their coins. First, handle your coins carefully to avoid damaging them. Always store them in protective holders to preserve their condition. Second, educate yourself about the coin market. Knowing what collectors are looking for and understanding grading standards can give you a significant advantage. And finally, don't overlook the coins sitting in your pocket change or old coin jars. Rare finds often turn up in the most unexpected places. Who knows? That 1985 D penny you've been ignoring might just be your ticket to a fortune. We're talking about a remarkable coin that has caught the attention of collectors and enthusiasts alike. The 2008 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. This penny has become a topic of discussion because of its current market value, which has skyrocketed to levels that will absolutely amaze you. Let's start with some background on this coin. The 2008 Abraham Lincoln penny is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909. The absence of a mint mark indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. While billions of these pennies were produced, a small fraction of them have become highly desirable due to their unique characteristics. What makes this coin so special and valuable? The answer lies in its rarity, condition, and the possibility of unique errors or varieties. Coins that are in pristine condition, often referred to as mint state or uncirculated, are the most sought after. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, especially when they receive high grades such as MS67 or higher. Another factor driving the value of the 2008 no-mint mark penny is the discovery of rare errors. Error coins are created during the minting process when something goes wrong, such as a double strike, off-center strike, or die crack. These mistakes can make a seemingly ordinary penny worth a fortune. Now let's get to the numbers. Most 2008 Lincoln pennies are worth only their face value, 1 cent. However, if you have one in exceptional condition or with a rare error, you could be looking at a significant payday. Some examples have sold at auctions for thousands of dollars, depending on their grade and error type. For instance, a 2008 Lincoln penny graded MS68 by PCGS recently sold for over $10,000. That's just one penny, folks. Even lower grade error coins from this year can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. But here's where things get truly exciting. A small handful of these pennies have been valued at prices reaching into the millions of dollars, thanks to their rarity and historical significance. So, how do you know if your 2008 penny is worth a fortune? First, check its condition. The less wear and tear it has, the better. Look for shiny surfaces, sharp details, and minimal scratches. If you think your coin is in excellent condition, consider sending it to a professional grading service. This will give you an official certification and help determine its true market value. Next, inspect the coin carefully for any signs of errors or unusual features. Even minor anomalies can dramatically increase the value of a penny. If you're unsure what to look for, compare your coin to online resources or consult with a coin expert. Finally, remember that the coin market is constantly changing. Values can fluctuate based on demand, recent auction results, and the discovery of new varieties. If you're planning to sell your coin, timing is crucial. Keeping an eye on the market can help you get the best possible price. To wrap things up, the 2008 Nomen Mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny is a prime example of how a humble coin can become a treasure. While most of these pennies are worth just a penny, rare examples in mint state or with unique errors can be worth thousands, or even millions, of dollars. So the next time you come across a 2008 penny, take a closer look. You might just be holding a small fortune in your hand. 2020 The Abraham Lincoln Penny. You may have one sitting in your pocket right now, but did you know some of these coins are worth significantly more than face value? We're talking thousands or even millions of dollars in the current market. If you're curious about what makes this coin so valuable and how you can identify one, stay tuned. The 2020 D. Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the most prominent mints in the United States. This coin is part of the ongoing Lincoln Cent series, which has been in production since 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The 2020 D. penny features the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse, it showcases the Union Shield designed by Lindo Bass, symbolizing unity and strength. The Denver Mint produced millions of 2020 D pennies. However, not all pennies are created equal. While most of these coins are common, a small percentage stands out due to errors, rare variations, or pristine condition. These factors significantly impact their value, turning an ordinary penny into a prized collector's item. There are several key factors that contribute to the market value of a 2020 D. Lincoln penny. Coins with striking errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or die cracks, are highly sought after by collectors. Coins graded in top conditions by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are worth considerably more. A 2020 D penny with a perfect MS-70 grade, meaning it is flawless even under magnification, can command astronomical prices. Certain varieties, including coins with subtle differences in design or anomalies in the minting process, are extremely rare. These coins often fetch premium prices at auctions. Now, let's talk about the current market value. While a standard 2020 D penny is worth just 1 cent, those in high-grade condition or featuring rare errors have sold for thousands, or even millions of dollars. For example, a flawless MS-70 coin can easily sell for several $1,000s. Meanwhile, pennies with unique minting errors have made headlines, with auction prices exceeding $1 million. Collectors are always on the lookout for these rare gems, driving up their market value. So how can you determine if your 2020 D penny is worth a fortune? Start by examining the coin closely under good lighting. Look for any unusual features like doubling on the text or Lincoln's portrait, irregularities in the design, or other anomalies. Check the condition of the coin. A coin with no scratches, blemishes, or signs of wear is more likely to be valuable. If you suspect you have a rare or valuable penny, consider sending it to a professional grading service for certification. Grading provides an expert assessment of the coin's condition and authenticity, which can greatly enhance its value in the eyes of collectors. If you're a collector, always store your valuable coins in protective holders to prevent damage. If you're looking to sell, research recent auction prices and consult with experts to ensure you get the best value for your coin. Remember, the market for rare coins can be highly competitive, so patience and knowledge are key. The 2020 Lincoln penny is a fascinating example of how even modern coins can hold tremendous value. Whether it's due to rare errors, high grades, or unique characteristics, these pennies have captured the interest of collectors worldwide. Who knows? The next $1 million penny might just be sitting in your change jar right now.